we're talking about policies that governments use to ensuring that the society is under their influence, that they are able to manipulate or influence the society. That's why they come up with these policies. So one of the policies governments use is fiscal policy. And when we talk about fiscal policy, we're talking about using taxation and spending to manipulate or to influence the country or the economy. So government will use taxation or spending to ensure that the society or the economy is where it's supposed to be. So part of the fiscal policy now, part of the taxation we're talking about is income tax. When we talk about income tax, we're talking about taxes we pay on our income, what we make, maybe your salary, the taxes you pay, the percentage of what you pay on your income is what we call income tax. Do we get it? So look at, do we get it, please?
Yes.
So income tax, this is a tax on people's income. So that means you are paying tax on your income, what you earn. Income tax is the percentage of an individual income. So the percentage, the tax will be based on the percentage of what you earn as an individual. Is it clear? Here we have disposable income. But before we talk about disposable income, what brought about disposable income? There's a reason why I wrote disposable income, right? These taxes that governments charge, it has effects on individuals because it's an individual tax, right? So it means if taxes are charged, if taxes increases on income tax, it would have had a significant effect on individuals' income. So if income tax increases, what happens to an individual? The amount of money you spend will fall. Do you get it? Your real income would have reduced. Why will your real income reduce? Because you have to pay taxes. And as soon as you pay taxes, what is left for you is your disposable income. And what is a disposable income? The amount of money that is left that you can either spend or save. You pay taxes on your real income. And when you pay taxes on the real income, what happens? A deduction, a certain deduction in the percentage of your income will reduce your real income. So when your real income reduces, it becomes disposable income. Then your disposable income will fall because at that point in time, you cannot save as you used to save, or you cannot spend as you used to spend because your income level has fallen. That is the impact of taxation on individuals' income. Do you get it? Do we understand? Yes. So the impact of taxation on individual income is going to give us what is going to tell us about disposable income. And in the other case, if taxes on individual income falls, if it reduces, that means your real income will rise. Then your disposable income will also increase. At that point in time, your demand for goods and services will rise. Is it clear? Is it clear, please? Then we move on. We have another type of tax, which is corporation tax. What are corporation tax? These are taxes on a company's profit. So the company would have made a profit. The business would have made profit. So the profit you make, the percentage of tax you pay on it is what we call corporation tax or profit tax. Do you understand corporation tax?
Yeah.
Great. So, how an increase in the rate of tax affects business? That means we're talking about profit tax here. Is it clear? So how does this affect a business? Number one, as soon as corporation tax is paid, companies will have a lower profit after tax. Your profit after tax, sit down properly. Your profit after tax will become less. Yes or no? At that point in time, you won't have so much money to put back into the business. Your retained profit will come after you have paid your interest on loan, after you have paid your taxes. So what is left, after even paying your dividends to shareholders, what is left is what you can put back into the business. But because you have to pay, there's an increase in profit tax. It means your profit after tax will have fallen. Do you get it? That means your profit you make after tax has been deducted would have fallen. At that point in time, your retained profit will be less. So it means as a business, you won't be able to put so much money into the business in terms of retained profit. So look at what I wrote here. Companies will have a lower profit after tax, which means managers will have less money or finance to to put into the business. So you won't be able to expand your business with a lot of money because you've paid tax on the profit you made. And on the other hand, if the profit on tax falls, it means the profit after tax will rise. Then your profit after tax, when it rises, it means you can have a lot of money to put into the business. Your retained profit will be high. Do you get it? Yes. Reduction in profits after tax will mean the reduction in tax will increase profit after tax. Increase in tax will reduce profit after tax. Do we get the difference here? Yes. Then the second influence is this. Lower profit after tax will also reduce the profit given to shareholders, the dividends. So, not only the business that it's going to affect, it's going to affect the owners of the business. Because it means that the dividends that you have to pay to shareholders will be less. Because it is only after paying your tax that you can start paying your shareholders. So, your profit after tax, if it is less, the dividends you pay to your shareholders will also be less. Is it clear? Now, the third one, we'll go to indirect tax. What is an indirect tax? Indirect tax is a tax you pay on consumption of goods and services. It's an indirect tax. So this is a form of tax charged on consumption of goods and services. It's called the value-added tax, VAT, or ad valorem tax. So how would these VAT affect a business? How would an indirect tax affect a business? Number one, prices of goods will rise. Consumers will buy few goods, leading to lower sales. If taxes on expenditure increases, an indirect tax, if it increases, it means the price of goods and services will rise. Yes or no? Yes. So if the price of goods and services increases, consumers will be buying less because their spending power will fall. At that point in time, businesses will make less or lower revenue. Is it clear? The second reason, the second situation is as the price of goods increases due to a rise in expenditure tax, employees' real income will fall, and they will put pressure on employers to increase their wages. Now that we start buying, the price of goods and services has increased. We don't have so much money to buy again as we used to buy. What can I do? I'll go back to my employers. Please increase my salary because the money I make now is not enough for me to buy what I used to buy. So there's going to be pressure on businesses, employers, to increase salaries, wages of their employees. Maybe they're going to do that. And as soon as they do that, what happens? It increases the cost of production for businesses. And businesses will also transfer that cost again to the price of what they sell. Do we understand? Is it clear, please? Yes. Then, the other tax is import tariffs and quotas. What are tariffs? Tariffs are taxes on importation. So things we bring into from one country to another, from outside of this country here, paying tax on it, we pay tariff. Do you understand what the tariff is here? Taxes on importation. So, I said these are taxes on importation. Imported goods, they raise money for government. So that's another way in which government can raise revenue for their public finance or public expenditure. How would businesses in the country be affected if government puts tariffs on imports into the country? So how does tariff affect businesses? Let's check. Firms will benefit if they are competing with imported goods, as the price of imported goods will rise. If tariffs are charged on imported goods, that means the price of imported goods will rise in this country. Yes or no? Yes. But the businesses that do the same product, that produce the same products as those that are imported into this country, their own prices will fall. Yes or no? So they will become highly competitive because consumers will stop buying imported products to buy local made products. Do you understand what we're talking about here? Businesses that are producing local products will have competitive edge over imported products because the taxes paid on imported products has increased, and as a result of that, the prices of those goods will increase. If taxes on imported goods has increased, the price of imported goods will increase. That gives the local made products a competitive advantage, which means customers or local customers will start buying local made products rather than buying those ones that are expensive, that are imported. Do we get it? Do we understand what we are talking about here? An increase in imported goods will increase the price of imported goods, which puts businesses that produce the same products locally to have a competitive edge over those that are imported into the country. So consumers will shift from buying imported products to buying local made products. Is it clear?
Yes.
Then we have the second one. Businesses will have higher costs if they have to import raw materials. The problem here is this. If government has placed higher tariff on imported products, it means raw materials that we produce in this country, but we get the raw materials from abroad. That means the price of raw materials from abroad will rise. Yes or no?
Yes.
So it means that converted these raw materials into finished products, the prices will also rise. Do we get it?
Yes.
The first one is beneficial to local businesses, but the second one is not beneficial. It's not beneficial to local businesses if they have to buy or if they have to import raw materials. It means their cost of production will rise, and it is not good for a business. Is it clear?
Yes.
And quotas. When we talk about quotas, you are placing limits on what can be brought or can be imported into a country. That's what quota means. Do you understand what quota is?
Yes.
Quota is placing a limit in the quantities that could be imported into a country in terms of a product. Is it clear?
Yes.
And the last way in which government use fiscal policy to manipulate the society or the economy is government spending. They will spend on education to build a better future for the kids, for the children, for the population. They will spend on healthcare to improve the lifespan, to improve the what's it called? Life expectancy. Thank you. Life expectancy of the population. They will spend on defense. They will spend on security. They will spend on all these things to boost the economy. So if government does this, government wants to try to make sure that the economy is going well. So government can increase tax to boost the economy. They can reduce tax to boost the economy. Government can increase spending to also boost the economy. Is it clear?
Yes.
Do you have any question about fiscal policy? So this is all about fiscal policy, the use of taxation or government spending to manipulate or influence the economy. Any questions about it?